Chapter 173. Xiao Lam died at the foot of the tree. This is the saddest time for the white tiger. A tiny human being sacrificed for him. The white tiger's tears just poured out like that. He never cried so much. Hey little girl, you're just sleeping, right? Wait for me. I will destroy all these monsters to save your brother, okay? Crack! The sound of the king crow's claws touching the rock. They have arrived. A giant worm drilled the ground and rushed up. The roar of the white tiger attracted them. This battle is 2 against 1. The white tiger stood there silently, as if he was also waiting for these 2 beasts. Caw! The crow screamed. Its eyes were red, wanting to rush into the white tiger. The worm was also impatient, had taken the stance ready to launch. The white tiger suddenly summoned black lightning around him. Look at this. The white tiger's whole body was covered by black lightning. His face was as cold as ice. He really got angry and awakened his new power, the power of the demon. 5 seconds later, the entire area had become a pile of rubble. The ancient tree also uprooted and lay slanting somewhere. At this time, a beautiful foot stepped in. It was Tian Cam and the mutant spider of Misty Mountain. She saw the white tiger grieving in front of Xiao Lam. She had never seen the white tiger so sad, so Xiao Lam had died. The white tiger stood there in silence, not knowing how long had passed. His whole body was covered with the blood of the enemy, but his eyes were still extremely sharp. Poor Xiao Lam died without closing her eyes, her body full of wounds. Seeing this scene, Tian Kim said nothing. Her heart was heavy. She just stood silently beside the white tiger, reminiscing about this unfortunate little girl. Hey little girl, this world is really hateful, isn't it? Your soul should find the most peaceful place to rest. Tian Kim suddenly remembered Xiao Lam's brother. Everything needs to be arranged satisfactorily. Half an hour later, they appeared in a small, dilapidated village in the east, the dogs barking loudly. They were threatening the children locked in the cage. The skinny man was sitting in front of a cage, holding a cigarette in his hand. He turned to the fat man and said, "Hey, one of the goods has died. What now?" The fat man was drinking alcohol. He didn't even bother to look at the child, just said a cold sentence. "Damn it, wasted effort catching a sick kid, get rid of it." Then the skinny man put the dead body of the child into a black bag and threw it into the trash can and said, "That girl still hasn't returned. Don't worry, her brother is still here. Wait for her to pick up the medicine, then sell their organs." At this moment suddenly the dogs barked loudly. It seemed that there was an intruder. The guard immediately felt strange. Boom! Something shot straight into their basement. 2 dogs immediately flew up. The skinny man stood up and shouted, "What's going on? The door has been broken." A figure appeared after the smoke cleared. It was Tian Cam. She looked at them without blinking. Her whole body radiated a pink killing intent. These 2 evil men saw only Tian Cam and angrily yelled, "A woman, damn it, it's her who's causing trouble." But when they saw Tian Cam more clearly, the fat man had a cunning idea, wanted to capture Tian Cam and sell her in the black market. "She looks quite delicious. Selling her like this will surely make a lot of money." The fat man swung his alcohol bottle, rushed straight at Tian Cam. The next second a huge mouth opened, finished him off in an instant. Fresh blood splattered all over the room. Tian Kim still didn't blink. The white tiger stood behind. His eyes carried a sky-high killing intent, making the skinny man shiver all over. He turned to run as fast as he could. But Tian Kim didn't allow that. Her plant whip, like an angry poisonous snake, quickly pierced through this man's organs. Only a scream of despair echoed. The white tiger went to the cages, using a claw to destroy them. The children saw the white tiger. All of them screamed in fear, "Don't eat us." AR. The white tiger looked at them with kind eyes and a smile on his lips, but suddenly a curse flew into his ears. "Get out, rotten tiger!" Then Xiao Lam sat on the back of the white tiger and loudly called her brother's name, "Shao Kong." Shao Kong heard the familiar voice. His face beamed and ran out. Tian Kim saw this and was stunned. She didn't expect so many children to be captured here like this. Lead them all away. The 2 sisters Xiao Lam met again. Both burst into tears of joy. It turned out that at that time Xiao Lam was just in a deep coma. Tian Kam had given her a drop of life essence. That night the girl returned from the realm of death. Tian Kam, after some investigation, found out that these children were all from Peace City, so they would take all of them back to their hometown. She put her hand on the small head of Xiao Lam and gently said, "From now on, you two sisters should follow me." Xiao Lam smiled, immediately agreed. Then Tian Kam's face became angry. It seems that Peace City has an undercurrent. This time back must rectify it well. As for the white tiger here, it was transforming into a versatile toy for the children to play with. One used its wings as a slide, one clung to its tail as a swing. It seemed that everyone was very happy. In a distant country, a beast, after kidnapping a human child, knelt before Xiao Ling to report, "Leader, this is a mutant child in humans. It carries the bloodline of the beast clan. Oh, this child is sleeping soundly." Finally, the artist also drew for it a normal face, carrying the characteristics of a cat or a fox. Xiao Ling ordered, "It's still not enough. Continue to find more children before the Great War happens." The beast warrior immediately obeyed. Behind him were dozens of powerful monsters also presenting to Xiao Ling, the leader of the Dark Association. Spring has come and autumn has passed. Yuziu has fallen asleep in cultivation. During this time, the divine tree occasionally woke up, blinked, and then fell into a deep sleep, perhaps because of unease. And 9 tree roots have turned into 81 tree roots during this time, like a titanoboa. And one of those clusters is a final tree root that mutated when exploring space. The number of tree branches also increased to 300. In these 3 years of wind and rain, the divine tree has truly created a qualitative change. And after Yuziu fell into a deep sleep, the whole world went through earth-shaking changes. It seems that the geological plates have overlapped or crashed into each other, creating this rugged and uneven terrain. Among them, the shining person has caused a sensation in Australia. That is the knight in full golden armor, looking cool. There is also Xiao Ling. She has built Fire City into one of the 10 majestic cities on the continent. Under her command, many powerful experts gathered. She herself is also a transcendent third-order expert, the pinnacle expert in humanity. Damn artist, please draw a cooler outfit for Xiao Ling, okay? This era also saw many anomalies. Strange creatures appeared in the sky, on the earth, and in the ocean. One after another, powerful monsters appeared in the land, with all shapes. Most of them are huge and gigantic, then they disappeared inexplicably. The powers also rose one after another. The Federation has lost control of the major cities. And 4 powerful clans began to appear. The Misty Mountain Range is known as a forbidden land among forbidden places. The extraordinary era has been 6 years, but Misty Mountain has been sealed for 3 years. No one can touch it. This also proves the terrifying strength of this land. A land no longer belongs to humans. Time flies like a dog running in the field. 3 years passed in the blink of an eye. Another withered autumn has come. Tian Kam rode on the back of the white tiger. At this time Xiao Lam has grown into a beautiful young girl. Tian Kam gently said to the girl, "Xiao Lam, Xiao Ba and I will not be here for a few days. Peace City will be handed over to you." The young girl smiled brightly, happily replied, "Sister Tian Kam, don't worry. Everything will be as good as before." At this time, Xiao Lam is also a transcendent second order, Bayou Valley, where the superstructure of the divine tree is located. Here, Tian Qing and the Lan Feng brothers are waiting. The pink-haired girl saw Tian Kam and waved to call out, as if they hadn't seen each other for a long time. Lan Feng pondered, recently, the spiritual power of the divine tree has been fluctuating more and more. Perhaps the divine tree will wake up soon. The 9-tailed fox and the brown bear, along with some Maine beasts, have gathered under the divine tree. The spiritual power of the divine tree at this time is fluctuating more and more intensely. Everyone is holding their breath to observe. Creak, creak. The sound of tree roots intertwining. They are gathering at one point. This point is getting brighter and brighter with a light blue color. Then a human figure begins to form from the heart core, which is this light blue point. The tree man suddenly opened his eyes. All the beasts knelt down in reverence. "Master, you finally woke up." Tianqing's face was full of frost. She sighed when she saw this form of the divine tree. The spiritual power of the divine tree has become stronger than ever. The divine tree raised his hand to observe himself. I didn't expect to sleep for 3 years this time. The divine tree's whole body shone, radiating an intimidating aura. He looked at his juniors and said, "Everyone has come." Then the divine tree lifted up an energy ball. Inside was a huge creature full of spikes sleeping soundly. This is Dark Willow, extraordinary level 3, natural talent. Absolute evolution. Copy the abilities of other creatures. Thunder Gathering 1. Seed of Vitality 1. Special ability, Mutated Note. Mutated Tree Root. Surely everyone remembers this creature, one of the 7 kings of the sea, who had fought with Xiao Ling and the elephant god. Tianqing saw it and asked, "Is that one of the 7 kings of the sea?" The divine tree said, "In the past 3 years, it has fully matured and developed. However, magical power cannot be copied." The divine tree raised his finger, preparing to cast a skill. First, use illusion to erase its consciousness. Keep the real body. Then the divine tree turned back and said to his juniors, "Now let's discuss a bit what has happened in the past 3 years." On a high mountain peak on the outskirts of Misty Mountain, a figure is observing everything. It seems to be a girl with long red hair fluttering in the wind. Wearing a bucket hat, she is whispering to herself, "Is this the first forbidden area? Is this where the strange tree is hidden?" 3 years ago, the famous Dryad was seriously injured in a battle with a sea beast and came here to heal his wounds. If their innate is damaged, how can it be hidden for 3 years? The girl with a mischievous face smiles. She is a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe. Mu Tian Extraordinary Level 3, then she steps and rushes into the fog. The divine tree inside is still talking to his juniors. "So there are rumors spreading all over the outside world that I am injured, aren't there? Everything in the Misty Mountain area has gradually faded in front of everyone." Huh! Suddenly the divine tree cleared his throat, noticing something strange in this area. The mutated buffalo immediately asked, "What's wrong, master?" "Yes, there is a guest, let's go meet that person first." This girl is dressed like a tomboy, hands in her pockets and strolling deep into the forest. The honey badger on patrol today immediately rushed out to stop her. Seeing this small beast, the girl just smiled. She has known the hospitality of Misty Mountain for a long time. Then, the honey badger bared his teeth and glared. His whole body wrapped in spiritual power rushed straight at her. The speed of the honey badger is really shocking, constantly circling around the strange girl. The girl still confidently stood still, smiled and said, "Unfortunately, I can still see your movement. Even if I close my eyes, I can still avoid it." This word touched the self-esteem of the honey badger. Immediately a claw-face attack was launched. But it is true that it cannot trouble the girl. She easily dodged. The honey badger really felt insulted. His face grimaced and cursed. Boom! The mutated honey badger shot a bullet at the three-eyed girl. She also easily caught the bullet and continued to taunt. "Even if you throw dark energy, it's useless." "Oh, but damn it, this is a piece of shit." The honey badger successfully retaliated and laughed like crazy. The girl at this time was really angry. Never been pranked like this. She gritted her teeth and growled, "You bastard, I will kill you!" But before she could act, the colleague of the mutated honey badger appeared. It was the Thunder Dragon. Seeing this creature, the girl wanted to slap herself in the mouth. A real flesh and bone dragon right in front of her. Today she has poked a mad dog. There was no further greeting. Boom! A breath of the dragon was launched into her face. End of chapter 174.